Hey,
Haters, 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 haters.
what is going on, y'all? It's good to see y'all.
We're
We
back.
are happy to see you. And who are we? We are your latest and greatest, and hopefully your favoriteest wrestling podcast in the land. We're the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billy.
And today, tonight, whenever it is you're joining our wonderful corner of the internet, oh boy, what an exciting episode we have for y'all because we teased it, but it's here. We have someone that was actually at WrestleMania. Friend of us, friend of everybody's. Hopefully after this, she's gonna pop on and we're just gonna talk to her about her WrestleMania weekend. So we're gonna
Yeah,
have some fun. I am so excited.
let's do it. Yeah, we've known her. We went to high school with her. You guys were in the same class. I'm a few years younger,
Yes.
but we all went to high school together. We known each other for 20 years. So what do you say we just get her in here and welcome her on in, huh?
Get her on in here.
Let's do it. Oh,
Hey, hey,
oh, halfway there. There she
There
is.
we go.
Hey.
Yay! Woohoo!
all right. There she is, everybody. That is Quinn Allison. Welcome to the Section 8 Wrestling
Hooray!
Podcast. Pew, 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 pew,
Yeah!
pew.
Bow, 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 bow,
Woo.
bow.
Mm. How are you?
So good. I'm so glad to see you guys.
Excellent. Thank you for being on our show. We have a
Oh
show.
man, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Excellent.
Love being here.
Is that a showstopper? Something? That's what
Showstopper.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You understood the assignment. You showed up. That's what
Be
I'm
I
talking
ready.
did. I had to
about. Ah,
represent.
so well, we just gave you a full nice intro. You can go back and look at it. We set you up all
Oh my
nice and
gosh.
well, and
Oh,
we're
you guys.
we're just letting everybody know that we just basically want to talk to you about how your WrestleMania weekend was because you were there, you were live, you got to see it all. So we just want to know how was it from somebody who was there.
But
So I would,
Yeah.
before you talk about WrestleMania, let's go back a little bit. Talk about your fandom a little bit. How long have you been a fan? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
who's your favorite wrestler? Like, let's just kind of a little bit of behind you.
Oh yeah, I love it. Well, I've been watching since I was probably 5 or 6. My brother, his name's Jeff. He had been watching since like the NWA days. So
All right.
he was a reason I started watching because I had to watch whatever he watched. Um, and he's been to like old live shows before, like at the what's that place in Oakland? The um the Kaiser, the is it Henry J. Kaiser Center?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
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 So
Okay.
he went to an old show there when he was like 9, but yeah, so that's why I started off watching with him. So that's kind of my favorite era. It's kind of like that golden era from kind of the late 80s to mid
there
90s,
you go.
just before the Attitude Era kicked off. I know everybody's favorite era is the Attitude Era, but I really love that golden era,
That's great.
especially with the, you know, WCW, Nitro, and Raw going at it every week. Yeah, that was my time. Yeah, and then the Attitude Era had more attitude, and I just couldn't hang with it. It wasn't my thing because of the ladies. I felt kind of, just a little uncomfortable
I feel
watching
like
it.
they lost a lot of the ladies back then, which is, I
Yeah,
mean, I guess the times, but
it was the times,
yeah.
and I understood the business part of it, like it had to happen. I was really angry when the Undertaker switched to his American Badass persona, but I understand it now. Like
Right.
looking
Yes.
back, I
Yeah, yeah,
understand it now.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I just kind of tapered off for a while, and then, life happened.
Mm.
And then fast forward all the way to post-COVID, like 2021.
Hmm.
Um, my husband and I were, we would talk on and off about wrestling and how he's like, "Oh, I never really understood it." And I said, "Yeah, I really loved it back then." And he told me, "Well, it's all on Peacock now," because I told him I really wanted the whole
Hmm.
Royal Rumble series on
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
DVD.
my favorite. I love it.
Yep.
Same,
It's
same.
my favorite,
Hmm.
PLE pay-per-view. And I said I wanted the whole series, and he's like, "Well, the whole series is on Peacock. Why don't we get it and watch it?" And so I was watching all of old the old stuff, and then he's like, "Well, I want to kind of dabble in what's happening now." And I was like, "Well, you can do it because but I have a bitter taste in my mouth." And so
Hmm.
he started watching NXT
Okay.
from like 2014, which was, that prime era of the
Oh
Four
yeah.
Horsewomen. And then he watched WrestleMania 38 or 39. I can't remember which one, but the one with the main event with Sasha and Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
he's
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
gotta watch the women. And he's like, just watch this match. They're amazing. I said, okay, I'll give it a try. I watched that match and I was like, okay, women's wrestling is exactly what I would hope it would be,
It's
you
legit.
know,
Yeah.
and it's legitimate and they came up, strong. And so we were off to the races after that. So we kind of caught up a little slowly, watched the women at first, and then we started watching more and more. And then now here we are. I'm back in the mix again.
Cool.
All right. That's
Yeah, we
what's
all
up.
go through our phases. Both Kills and I went through droughts of not watching. We would just play the game and do our little fantasy game together. But after the A's moved away, I was like, well, I need something to dive back into. So I head first back. I know. Head first back into wrestling. And
Yeah.
I was like, Kills, come along with me. He's like, all right. And here we are too. So we're back in at full strength, and it's cool that you brought him into it. Usually it's the other way around with the male bringing the female into the fold. Be like, no, 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 no. Hold my beer. I'll show you how it's done.
Right,
So that's
right,
great.
yeah.
Being that you went to WrestleMania last year and this year, correct?
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, let's talk back into WrestleMania. So tell us about your experience.
Yeah, this year it was with mixed feelings from I think everybody that was attending because I'm constantly in the Reddit forums just to check on, people
Mhm.
planning and prepping and a lot of questions and unknowns about, the card, wasn't completely set even till I don't know, maybe like a month before.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
close. It was a couple
wasn't ugly.
Yeah.
weeks.
It was an ugly rollout. It was an ugly rollout.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And so, I think people were still holding off, which worked out for us because I waited probably about maybe until 2 weeks before I bought the actual tickets to both nights. Um, and then it drastically went down and it kept
Mhm.
saying, 25% off. And then they had like a three plus, 3+1 or something discount. So
They
I'm
had like,
glad I
they
waited.
had like a 316 day or something like that for Austin or something.
Uh,
Oh, they did? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it was, something like that.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah. And so I'm a planner, so I have to plan out every single day where we're gonna go because I want to maximize our time. I'm like, I'm not
Sure.
gonna spend money and then try to figure out what we're gonna do when we're there. I want
Right.
to
of
Uh-huh.
course.
hit everything up. Um, Last year we did mainly all WWE. We went to WWE World most of the days. And then we went to SmackDown, NXT Stand and Deliver, which we were really disappointed that it wasn't there this year. And WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday.
Mhm.
And then we just kind of hung around the rest of the time. This time we switched it up because we had heard about WrestleCon last year.
Okay.
We didn't really know about it, but
Mhm.
my brother said, "Oh my gosh, all of my favorites are there." So I said, "Okay, we'll go there this year." And that convention it was like beyond our kind of wildest dreams of
Sure.
you meet every hero you've ever watched, back in the day, and I met more wrestlers than I thought I was going to.
Cool.
I probably like spent a little more than I thought I was going to.
It's vacation.
Yeah, just, throw it.
Yeah.
So I think that was the main highlight was meeting, meeting these wrestlers and um, just getting to talk to them for a while, for more than a few minutes and,
Mhm.
all of them being so humble and nice, which was So great. And then sometimes, you just walk by and you're like, oh, there's Will Ospreay, and
Oh,
like they're
spray.
right
Oh,
there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So just being amongst that, we met some people in line and, um, that community is really, really strong. Um, and
Yeah.
very, like, just very nice. And everybody's there just to celebrate, celebrate the joy of wrestling. And then we heard Stardom was really good. And, I said, well, we don't have enough time for everything. It would have been great, but we also
yeah.
had my daughter, so if you have kids, you
Right.
got to think about like where you're dragging them to and yeah. But yeah, the atmosphere was still exciting. And wrestling fans everywhere. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, even if, the card was kind of unknown of how it was going to turn out.
Mhm.
Being inside the Allegiant Stadium, like the energy was still just as exciting, just as great. So yeah, it's almost like oh man, like you had to be there to feel that atmosphere, even if it was kind of, you know, under like a bit of a like negative light because,
Sure.
it's
Yeah.
just everything going on and the rumor mill is so heavy right now. And I follow WrestleMania.
Yes.
um,
Same.
I like watching them. I think they
Yeah.
kind of provide like a nice, you know, they're not really like, ICW where it's like super negative all the time. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's just kind of reporting the rumors that they hear and things like that. So yeah, no, I
Hmm.
can dig it. Um, that's
Yeah.
really cool, man. Going into it, after you kind of did learn the card, was there a particular match or a particular kind of moment you were kind of looking forward to going in that kind of got you excited
Hmm.
as you were kind of going into it?
Yeah, I thought about Oba, like the Oba match, Oba and Brock the whole time, and we searched high and low for Oba shirts. It's all gone. Like it
Oh,
was so
I
hard
believe it.
to find Oba shirts. My brother was looking everywhere. It was all gone. We couldn't find any.
It's
well,
funny
I'm
you bring
telling
up
you,
that
buddy,
match.
the
Yeah.
hype is real. The
Yeah.
hype is real.
It's funny you
Yeah.
bring up that match because that's the one Kills wanted to ask you about.
I
Hmm.
basically just wanted to know what it was like to hear an entire football stadium and then some cheer
Gosh,
for
yeah.
Oba because I felt the energy through the television.
We
I can only
did.
imagine being in the place.
We were hyped and it was just three of us. So I
Yeah,
Right.
can only imagine being
right.
surrounded by 55,000 plus. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was one of the loudest the loudest like pops or chants we've heard throughout the whole
mm.
weekend. Was just like everybody was like singing Oba, which is well deserved. Yeah. So it's so exciting to see him. And he's so big. Like
Yeah.
you know, from where we were standing, I was staring at him. I'm like, that guy is huge. He's so big.
Where were your
Yeah.
seats? Where'd you guys sit at?
Night one, we sat kind of in the left of, if I'm looking at the screen, and you're watching,
Yeah.
we're sitting to the right on the
Okay.
lower level.
Hmm.
We got really lucky because that was one of the, 25% off,
Yeah.
like
They were
two
struggling to get
hundred.
night one attendance. So
Right, yeah, yeah. So it was like $225 or something. I was like,
that's
oh
not
my
bad.
gosh.
Yeah.
So snag that.
There you go.
And then Sunday we sat where we sat last year, which was like on the upper level,
Hmm.
right in the middle. You could see down into the
Yeah.
ring. And that was anywhere in that I think arena, that stadium, I think is a good view. I think wherever you
Yeah.
sit, unless like your view is obstructed. So it's like I wouldn't recommend sitting on the camera side because they have all of the
All the
equipment.
cameras and
They
stuff.
have everything hanging down. People were blocked by the crane, so a lot
Um,
of obstructed views on that side.
Mm.
So definitely where they show everybody, that side is much, much better. You could see everything.
Now, have you rewatched it on TV since you've been?
We watched night one. We started watching night two. I wanted to rewatch the ladder match.
Okay, I was
That
gonna
that
ask
was
if there was a match that you liked in person or you didn't like in person that you changed your mind about when you rewatched.
Oh yeah, yeah. So That's a great question because the match with Cody and Randy,
Hmm.
it was kind of dead to me when
Mm.
being there. And I think because that match was kind of, a slow dance. And Michael Cole's voice, it really helps carry the drama and carry the story along. But when we're sitting there watching them, we can't hear them. And
Right.
so we were kind of waiting to see what happens next. And then for me, watching it, I don't know if anyone else felt the same way, but when I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, what are they talking about? They're saying something. I can't hear what they're saying, or like I couldn't quite follow the storyline that was going on at that moment.
Yeah.
We can only guess because we've been watching,
Right.
but rewatching it with Michael Cole's voice, it made it way better, 10 times better. I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on now
Right, 'cause they'll
because he's
explain
explaining it.
things if like
Yeah.
they're yelling at each other. It's like, "Oh, Randy just said this to Jelly Roll." It's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
When you're at a live show, commentary is very underrated. Like you don't know it, you miss it until you don't hear
Yeah.
it. It's like, oh, it's completely different.
Hmm.
So,
Just got people up there making our own commentary with an entire section. It's
mhm.
pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
The random peanut gallery that you get, the chance you can start. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's when you're just up there watching the moves to be watching the moves, right?
Hmm.
That's kind of the language in and of itself. But then if anything kind of pops off or there's people kind of talking to each other, it's kind of like that. Oh, I can't read lips from here, so he looks really mad.
Yeah. That's
So,
exactly how it was like. Like, okay, well, you know, and it's not like we couldn't tell because we also had the big screen in front of us, so we kind of had to look at some of the close-up reactions
Mhm.
because it was, sometimes facing away from us. But that match did feel a bit slow being there in person. Yeah.
Interesting. Good to know.
Hmm.
um, uh, keeping it on Oba's match, or to bringing it back to Oba's match, we were talking about the ladder match really quickly. Brock's retirement in the building.
Gosh,
Yeah,
wow, yeah.
yeah. How was that whole?
Man,
Yeah.
there was this like wave I remember just this wave of like sound from everybody when, one person starts seeing him untie and you start hearing like, oh, and everybody starts saying, some people were like chanting, "Thank you, Brock," and other people were like, "No." It was a big surprise, I think, to everyone in that building. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he got the flowers. He got those flowers. Yeah.
Absolutely
yeah,
deserve those flowers.
very
But
much so.
Hmm.
cheers to you, Brock.
Here's
Absolutely.
Brock, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we okay? We're gonna cheer. I got my water
Yeah,
right.
yeah, all
There we
right.
go.
Good, good.
I'm drinking Wheatley American vodka. No, I'm
Oh.
not.
Wheatley, so good, I'll drink it
Drink
neatly.
it neatly.
Do you guys listen to Cody's podcast? Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, every once in a while, depending on like who he talks to, sometimes, some guests kind of intrigue me more than others. Same
Hmm.
kind of like with Takers. I mean, I listen to more of Taker because Taker's my guy, but every once in a while, I'll tap in with Cody. It's been a minute. The last one I personally listened to was him and Jay Uso. So,
Yeah, I jump back
Hmm.
in since I drive for a living, so I need a lot of podcasts and whatnot. So I listen to Cody's, I listen to Takers. But again, I pick selective people, so I just listen to Liv Morgan's on Cody's. Triple H's was really good.
Oh yeah, I want
Um,
to listen to that one.
I
all
listened
right.
to was it oh I always bring up the No Contest Wrestling with O'Shea Jackson Jr. and his
Yep.
buddy
Hmm.
TJ Jefferson. I always bring up them. They're great. They're a lot of fun too.
I have yet to listen to them. I should.
Yeah, they've had Oba on like 3 or 4 times. They had John Cena on. That was a great like hour and a half episode. Like so they do good stuff. So shout out to No Contest. But anyway,
Yeah.
I guess I only have one more question. I was kind of curious about the attendance. Like, did it actually look and feel as kind of I don't want to say dead, but kind of as low attended as it felt like it was on TV?
No, no, it was it at first like, people were like filling up the
Yeah.
seats pretty quickly and I would take a scan every once in a while to see like how full it was and it was full, definitely mostly full on our side, and then when you get to the non-camera side there were like little rows and section. There wasn't a section that was like super bare.
Okay.
I think it was really well attended, especially people buying tickets last minute. And I don't know how low the prices went down, but the last I checked was like a Friday, it was on Friday night, and it was still kind of holding steady where it was. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, no, I think it felt pretty full to me, being there. Yeah.
That's what's up. And
Hmm.
then um night night two main event. Roman Reigns, CM Punk. I would like to get your just your reactions and then just the feel of the entire place for it being that, Billiam and I, even though, WWE considers two main events for night one and night two, you can call us old heads, you can call us traditional, you can call us whatever you want. Just
Yeah.
call it Section 8, your latest and greatest and hopefully favorite podcast in the world. We think that
I'm
the
gonna
very
make a sign. I'm gonna try to make a
yes.
sign for SmackDown.
Excellent. Great.
Yeah, we think that the last match of WrestleMania, no matter you could have 8 nights, your very last match, the one that you're going to send everybody home with, that's the one that rolls. So I just wanted to get your reaction on what I think was one of the better matches of WrestleMania night one and two was Punk and Roman. So
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was intense. Even like the whole time it built to the intensity. They kind of started out, kind of like snakes and alligators in the water, sifting each other about. But then once they got going, it was all intense. Like I didn't look at my phone. Sometimes I look at my phone. That was like, oh, I can't miss
I
anything.
tried my hardest because I at a certain point I was like, man, let me stop texting her because I wanted to watch the thing because I could have texted you all
He
day
did.
long.
He was like,
I
I'm gonna
I
stop
know
talking to her.
I know
I was
I felt
about to
bad. I
go.
was like, I'm texting Akili I told Felicia, I was like, I'm texting Akili all weekend. I feel bad. There's no one
Well,
else I can talk to on text.
cool.
We are here, and we always will look forward to the stories that you will tell of your adventures and all the wrestling shows coming up. Because we want to check out SmackDown too, and it's coming in July, right? It's coming July in Oakland.
You got
Yeah.
you got the tickets already, yeah?
Yes,
For
I did. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a stickler for pre-sale and getting in line and all of that. And so is
You're a planner,
I
so that's part of that's then the planning.
yeah,
For,
well, I also learned from the best. I'm a shout out to my best friend Regina Leo, and who
hey,
you know, we love Regina.
Megan.
Yeah, go St. Joe's. Um, she's a stickler for pre-sale everything with like Ticketmaster and like all shows. So I learned from her. So we got pretty good seats. Like I haven't been to the Oakland Arena in so long, but
You know,
kind of upper. We like the lower level, like facing the ring in the
hmm
middle. Like I feel like it's a nice. We're not missing any views. So yeah, I'm like weary about floor seats, but also the price is just out of my
of
out of my
course.
price.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's Section 8. I'm from
Yeah,
Oakland too.
yeah,
I
right,
can't
right,
I
yeah.
can't
right,
throw down $1,000.
No,
right.
not for a
Yeah,
Friday night
You like
SmackDown.
you like
no.
balling on a budget. That's what we do around here, man. That's what
Yeah,
we
we're
do.
Yeah.
doing we're doing the thing. You would probably hate it. We're sending our boy Chava down to the box office with 200 bucks. Be like, all right, get tickets day up. See what you can get for 200 bucks.
Mhm.
Uh,
So
bless
Try to
his
go.
heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go down there with him on that day. We're trying to parking lot pimp. See what we can do, man.
see what we do.
So
A
Yeah,
lot of times they just try to
so
release tickets just to fill the
yeah,
bowl. So we'll see what we can get.
see what we can get.
We will
exactly.
see
Yeah.
you in Oakland.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you guys gotten, pretty good seats like just on the day of?
yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
because I mean, yeah, I'm not so much a stickler for like. I'd rather just want to. If I'm in the building, most part, as long as the seats are decently priced, I'm not real picky, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
honestly, especially in arena, there's not really a bad seat in an arena. Like you're
Hmm.
really not that far away, even when you're up top. So
Oh yeah,
there's
yeah.
not, especially the Oakland Arena. I've always been a fan of the Oracle
Save
Arena.
that for the people who want to get, try to get things signed and try to touch a wrestler and want to be right there. People ain't got time for that. Like, just
Been
go to
there,
the
done that.
thing. We're good. We're good. You know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
excited. I guess it's been 9 years since
Ooh.
they were back. That's
Yeah.
what I read. I'm like, 9 years? Yeah, we've been waiting for the last few years. I'm like, why do they always have it at the SAP Center? I mean, I know why, because the independent wrestling scene is big there. But like
hmm
big time wrestling is all over the Bay, up and down the Bay. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
We noticed they stopped coming to Oakland when they stopped putting Oakland in the video game because I know Kills always makes to make his hometown from Oakland. It's like Oakland's not because they only put in cities of where
Oh,
they travel to, and Oakland just wasn't in the game for the longest time. So he's like,
yeah.
Brought it back. Has be
Yeah, they did.
San
Oakland's
Francisco,
back.
Sacramento, and be like
Sacramento.
random places. Man. Um,
Right.
Speaking of the house shows, you also went to the Raw after WrestleMania, correct?
Yeah, yeah, I went to Raw.
How was that out
Yeah.
there?
Oh, that was great. I thought it was a better choice, but for us personally, we all agreed in my family that the Raw after WrestleMania is definitely a lot more exciting than the SmackDown prior
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
WrestleMania.
You'd be
Um
right.
yeah, yeah. And like oh, by the way, I don't know if like when Paige showed up, I went ballistic. I was
Yeah,
like,
there,
"Oh my gosh."
there you go.
Yeah, I was so
Big reveal.
excited. So that Raw after WrestleMania was great. And like I had my sign, but it I was not in that the view of the camera to get my sign on my La Primera sign
I
for
think
Stephanie.
I'd have to actually go back and check. I think we could see it very
It's
briefly
like a
from
t like
it's yeah, it
tiny
was real
hint.
small.
There's
If you
like
hadn't
some
told
white
me it
there.
said La Primera, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
been because you
It
had
did
that. But
yeah, it did show up in Stand and Deliver, and that's all that mattered because I'm like,
hey,
I'm in the B-roll. I was in the
There you
B-roll
go.
for
that's
like a
what's
good
up.
few weeks.
There you go. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Cool. Very cool. So all in all, seems like oh well, you got to see La Primera also live in the building. How was that? How was that
Yeah.
whole thing? Yeah, how was
Oh
and
yeah,
I
yeah. It
know that
was
match was shorter than people would have wanted it to be, and you got to see a
yeah.
little Britney Spears-esque, little Liv Spears-esque kind of performance, but
Uh,
how
I
was
like her. I like her. I just
it?
if
How
I'm kayfabing it, like she can suck it. Liv can suck it.
Great. Love it.
I was
Yeah.
like, your video sucks.
That's great.
Throwing all that shade housing, man. Damn.
Oh man, Danhausen. I have not so many kids. Even my daughter, like he might be here for a while, but I can't believe for someone's like first couple months, like his presence at WrestleMania, uh, the merch was his merch was everywhere,
Hmm.
Mm.
which was crazy. And he was just everywhere, so it was really exciting. And even when he came out, and messed up the Miz and then all the micro wrestlers came out, which was really cool. Like that, everybody loved that. It was so fun.
Yeah, it
Had
was a
you
great
heard of
event.
Danhausen before, or was that kind of your first?
Yeah, it was my first encounter. We did hear, with like rumors of him. So sometimes when I hear that, I would kind of, jump and check out like, oh, who's
Same.
this guy? And I said, oh, like he sounds fun. But I never really knew the history until he fully jumped on. And we felt bad for his debut because everybody wanted Y2J. And so it was almost like, oh no, he got kind of a pop, but kind of a,
Yeah.
a little bit of
Nobody
a
Yeah.
understood Danhausen. I was one of those guys. I was not on the Danhausen train with AEW. This guy and our buddy was actually like, "No, dude, Danhausen's great." I'm like, "All right, I hope to be a Danhausen," and here we are.
yeah.
He is pro wrestling.
Yeah,
He's
and
the
I miss
epitome of
that. It
pro
reminds
wrestling.
me of the golden era.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the quirkiness and the types of characters
It's Doink the
that you
Clown,
can
but it
have.
works.
Oh yeah, yeah. It works. It works for this era,
Correct.
definitely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Well, I think that's I would guess if I was just to ask any kind of final thing, I would just say like all in all, it seems like you had a good experience and you got to go there with the fam and with your husband, your daughter, and so it sounds like you had a overall good experience in Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, it was great. My and Las Vegas was great. The like the bond that my brother and I had with that, I could tell he was on cloud nine. He met the Rock and Roll Express, which is his like favorite tag
Yeah.
team of all
There you go.
time.
Hey now.
And that's who he wanted to meet the most was Rock and Roll Express. And when he met them, they talked to us for a while. I mean, they're grandfathers, but they told us some like stories that
That's great.
I wish I know I could probably remember them if I really thought about it, but it was just amazing to hear a story that they don't usually tell everybody.
Mhm.
And then when they took a picture, I can't remember if it was the blonde guy. I can't remember
Was
his
that
name.
Ricky?
My brother is gonna kill me for that. Yeah, Ricky maybe.
I think
He
Ricky.
he took off his Hall of Fame ring and he said, "Put this on," and he put it on my
Oh, cool.
finger. And I was like, "Are you?" Looked at him. I was like, "Are you serious?" My gosh, I'm wearing a
Cool.
Hall of Fame ring. He's like, "Hold that up."
Hey
See, and,
now.
and they live for moments like that because they
Yeah,
know you're gonna remember that forever. So
right,
you and your
right.
brother, that's a cool moment. Like,
Yeah, that was probably one of the most special moments. And the other one was meeting um, Enzo Amore.
Oh
Um,
snap!
oh, we do love Enzo.
Oh snap! Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you
you
just
didn't
made
tell
his
me
night
that.
over here.
Oh,
oh,
not the bona fide stud and the certified G.
exact.
Can't teach
Yes,
that.
How you
you can't
doing?
teach that.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
yes, that's what's up.
Yeah. I didn't
What's
know he was gonna be there. But I was kind of interested in meeting Zilla Fatu.
mm,
Yep.
But they're,
mm.
they're in the fourth rope promotion, which I think primarily operates in New York.
Hmm.
But I saw him and I said, "Oh my gosh, David, there's Enzo." And we are such big fans of him and Big Cass.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah,
and
man.
yeah, we talked to he was like the sweetest guy ever. Um, couldn't be any nicer. And talked about Fourth Rope a little bit and his story. And I say, we're hoping like hopefully you got a return. And he's like, yeah, it could happen. I think it
Never
could
say never.
happen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know he's like, never say never. I was like, you
Right, right,
think you'd
right.
be able
Right.
to get
Look at
back
CM
with
Punk.
Big
CM Punk's back.
Cass? Yeah, yeah,
So anything is possible.
exactly. Yeah, it kind of opened up once CM Punk came back. It kind of really opened up that door for like all those supposedly banned wrestlers.
Oh
Hmm.
man, Brock Lesnar came back.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
Twice.
wasn't sure how people would react about that.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
very, very cool.
yeah,
Very
amazing. But WrestleCon, I highly recommend WrestleCon.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
nothing but good things about it. That's the cool thing about WrestleMania. It's not just about WWE. Everybody comes to town and shows up and puts on shows and WrestleCon and all that cool stuff. But Quinallison, just we want to thank you for joining our podcast. You are our first guest, and
Oh my
you will always be welcome here. So
gosh.
here's the
Well,
key.
thank
Talk.
you.
here.
Thank you for having
Oh,
me
yeah.
on there. I know Oakland forever. We love Oakland. Just want to shout out to you guys. Love your podcast.
Thank you.
And yeah, hopefully I can be on again because I love podcasting. I miss it. I miss it.
Absolutely. We will you have your own segment. We can call it Q&A with QA, something like that.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
I'll make it
hey,
special.
Just riffing. Just riffing. You want to stick around for the outro?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I love
Oh,
it.
here we
so
go.
dope. But hey, y'all, haters. Thank you so much for stopping by. But listen, I have things to do. She has things to do. He has things to do. Y'all have things to do. But before we go, hey, Billiam,
Yep.
would you please tell the wonderful people how they can help us out on our wonderful little podcast we have going on? Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you can go ahead, like our friend QA, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and tell your friends that your favorite wrestling podcast will soon be their favorite wrestling podcast. Also, comment down below. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear more or less of. You can find us on Instagram, Section 8 Wrestling Pod. And if you want to just hear us, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Music.
Well, y'all, we hope we made you smile. We hope we made you laugh. We hope we made you think about some good wrestling. We want to thank Quinn Allison again for stopping on by our wonderful little corner of
Thank
the
you, guys.
internet here for the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I am Billiam.
Oh, I'm QA.
All right.
Sorry.
Hey.
I don't have a thing yet. You're gonna have to help me make a thing.
We're workshopping it. We're workshopping it
Yeah,
real fast. That's what
Absolutely.
we do. We love it. Hey, and we love y'all. Y'all take care, be safe. And hey, we're going to see y'all on the next one.
Bye, y'all.